If you're thinking about buying a home, you've probably heard the terms pre-qualified and pre-approved. Many people use them interchangeably, but they actually mean very different things. Understanding the distinction is crucial, especially if you want to make a strong offer on a home. Today, I'm going to break down the key differences between pre-qualification and pre-approval, how each process works, and when to use them. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear idea of which step is right for you in your home buying journey. So, let's get started. Before we dive into the specifics, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. When you're looking to buy a home, one of the first things you need to know is how much you can afford. This is where pre-qualification and pre-approval come into play. Pre-qualification is a preliminary step that gives you a rough estimate of the loan amount you might qualify for. It's based on the information you provide, but there's no in-depth verification. Think of it as a first conversation with a lender. Pre-approval, on the other hand, is a more formal process. The lender reviews your financial documents, checks your credit, and gives you a conditional commitment for a specific loan amount. This step carries a lot more weight, especially when making an offer on a home. Both have their benefits, but pre-approval is usually what real estate agents want to see when you're serious about buying a house. Now, let's take a closer look at pre-qualification first. Pre-qualification is often the first step in the mortgage process. It's quick, easy, and doesn't require a lot of paperwork. Here's how it works. You provide some basic financial information, things like your income, your debts, and an estimate of your credit score. The lender then uses that information to give you an idea of how much you might be able to borrow. Since the lender isn't verifying this information, it's all self-reported. That means if you overestimate your income or forget to mention some debts, your pre-qualification amount might not be accurate. One big advantage of pre-qualification is that it doesn't affect your credit score. Unlike pre-approval, which requires a hard credit check, pre-qualification only involves a soft inquiry or sometimes no credit check at all. The process is usually very fast. Some lenders can give you a pre-qualification letter within minutes, while others may take a day or two. The important thing to remember here is that this is not a guarantee. The lender hasn't verified anything yet. They're just giving you a ballpark figure based on what you tell them. Also, lenders can't determine your exact mortgage rate without verifying your credit and financials. This means that while you might get a general idea of what you can afford, you won't know the actual cost of borrowing until you're pre-approved. This can be helpful if you're just starting your home search and want to get an idea of what price range you should be looking in. However, since there's no official verification, pre-qualification isn't something you can use to make a strong offer on a home. Now let's talk pre-approval, which is a much more thorough process and carries more weight with sellers. Unlike pre-qualification, pre-approval requires a full mortgage application. The lender will verify your income, assets, and credit history. This means providing documents like pay stubs, bank statements, tax returns, and debt records. The lender will also conduct a hard credit inquiry, which can slightly impact your credit score. However, this step is necessary for the lender to determine what loan amount you actually qualify for. Once approved, the lender will issue an approval letter stating the loan amount you're eligible for. This letter is a powerful tool when house hunting because it shows sellers that a lender has already reviewed your finances and is willing to lend you the money. Pre-approval also gives you a more accurate estimate of your monthly payments and interest rate. In some cases, lenders may even offer an interest rate lock, which can protect you from rate increases while you search for a home. Let's walk through the mortgage process after pre-qualification or pre-approval. First, you start house hunting. Now that you know your budget, it allows you to focus on homes within your price range. When you find a home you love, you'll work with your real estate agent to make an offer. If the seller accepts your offer, you'll sign a purchase agreement. This is a legally binding contract that outlines the terms of the sale. At this point, your lender will need additional documents to move forward with your loan application. Next comes the appraisal and underwriting process. The lender will order a home appraisal to ensure the property is worth the amount you're borrowing. In general, lenders do require appraisals for conventional mortgages, but not always for insured mortgages, as the insurer assumes the risk of default. However, some lenders may still require an appraisal for insured mortgages, even though it's not a requirement. Meanwhile, underwriters will carefully review your financial documents to confirm that nothing has changed since your pre-approval. Once everything checks out, the lender will issue a final mortgage commitment. This is the official approval of your loan. You'll then move forward with closing, where you'll sign the final paperwork and officially become a homeowner. It's important to remember that pre-approval is not a guarantee of final loan approval. Any major financial changes like taking on new debt or changing jobs, could affect your mortgage approval. That's why it's crucial to maintain your financial stability throughout this process. Now that we have covered the differences between pre qualification and pre approval, you might be wondering, which one should you get? The answer depends on where you are in the home buying process. Pre qualification can be a helpful early step if you're just starting to explore your options. It gives you a general idea of how much you might be able to borrow, which can help you set a budget and begin looking at homes within your price range. A pre approval letter allows you to make your offer much stronger, especially in a competitive market. So, while pre qualification is a good starting point, pre approval can help in getting that offer accepted in a competitive market. Now that you have a clear understanding of pre qualification and pre approval, you might be wondering, what's next? How do you apply all of this to your personal situation? Buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make, and every buyer's journey is unique. That's why I want to personally help you navigate the process and make sure that you're fully prepared. I invite you to book a one on one call with me where we'll go over things like where you are in your home buying journey, what financial steps you need to take next, how to get pre approved and start house hunting with confidence, and answers to any questions or concerns you might have. It's completely free and it's the best way to get personalized advice tailored to your situation. To book a call, simply go to harrynayak.com/book a call or go to harrynayak.com and click on the book a call button at the top. It only takes a few seconds to schedule and I'll personally guide you through the next steps. Don't wait until the last minute. Getting pre-approved early puts you ahead of the competition and ensures you're ready when the right home comes along. I look forward to speaking with you and helping you take the next step towards homeownership. See you on the call.